Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things?
Jail! Tai Lopez might be going to jail. It was just launched that the SEC filed a $112 million Ponzi scheme case against Tai Lopez and Alex Mehr, the founders of Rev, a company that has bought Pier 1 Imports, Dress Barn. For anybody that doesn't understand what a Ponzi scheme is, let me explain it to you very simply. Let's just imagine you own a company. This company sells t-shirts. So you go out into the world on social media and you say, hey guys, I own a t-shirt company. I want you to invest in it. If you want to invest in it, just let me know. DM me the word invest and I will give you a link. And then you spend $1,000 on my company. You give me $1,000 and I say, okay, cool. I'm going to give you 20% returns a year, which the S&P, the stock market, only returns an average of 8 to 10% a year on a good year, which sounds amazing. There are not many investment opportunity vehicles that exist in the world that allow you to do that. But the problem is the company, the t-shirt company, doesn't make any money. So I go out and I talk to some other friends and they give me $1,000 and they give me $1,000 and 4 other people give me $1,000. All of a sudden you want your $250 and I say, okay, fine. I'm going to take some of the money that this person gave me over here and give it to you. That is a Ponzi scheme, and that is what Tai Lopez has been accused of doing. And instead of $1,000, it's $112 million. So is it here in my garage, Tai, or is it here in the prison? Because you're going to have a cellmate. Oh, God, dude, I am not going to lie. This is not good. If you guys don't know what the SEC is, it's the Securities and Exchange Commission, and it's the same organization that took Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, straight to a prison. This is the entire breakdown of the complaint, which is a staggering 31 pages. This complaint is very long, but I just want to break down the companies that they own. Dress Barn, Franklin Mint, Linen and Things, Modelo's, Pier 1 Imports, Radio Shack, Steinmart, and all these companies are fully insolvent. Insolvent means they have no money. The main premise of this case is Tai claims that these companies are profitable. He was taking a brick and mortar, a physical store, Radio Shack, converting it to an online business, which inherently is not a bad idea. I think that is how the internet made so many companies millions of dollars. The problem is when you acquire these companies at a net loss and these companies are fully insolvent. They don't make money. They don't have any cash flow. And then you go ahead and you tell investors, we're making so much money, you should come join us. This is great. Defendants knew that Rev and the Rev retailer brands were in financial trouble. The fact that Tai Lopez and Alex knows that the portfolio of brands, starting at this moment, is in financial trouble, but does not tell its own investors until much later on. This is where things get hairy. So Tai knows that things are going bad, knows the companies aren't making money, and then we have a conference, a Las Vegas conference where Tai Lopez asks people to sign up via email to become investors, saying that the companies are making money, everything's okay. Aware of Rev's retail struggles, defendants Lopez and Mehr solicited an investment via email. That is where this thing turns from civil to criminal. When you have active knowledge that this company is no longer producing any money and you choose to keep selling. Now, I just want to take a pause in the video. I cover a lot of gurus. I cover a lot of business guys. Iman Gadji, Brett Scales of the world. People who are scamming you for money, trying to wring your fucking bank account dry. And this is exactly why we don't listen to gurus, folks, is because the online gurus, right? Like Tai's been selling SMMA courses. Here, let me just paint a picture for you, okay? We have all, you, me, all of the people have been following gurus like Tai Lopez since we got into business. And if we follow people like Tai Lopez, we will end up like people like Tai Lopez, getting the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, to come after us. We have 2 vivid cases of what the SEC can do to people. Jordan Belfort, which is from the Wolf of Wall Street, which we've all seen and we all admire, the coke and the women and the booze and the planes and the jets and making money fast. And then the Tai Lopez's of the world with $100 million mansions and bullshit like this. SEC will get you every time. There are no quick, fast ways to make money in today's economy, in the world, ever. Just a little side note. Let's keep going. And right here at Section C, under bullet point 58, we have defendants' misuse and misappropriation of investor funds. And this is where it gets really bad. Let's imagine you give me $1,000, and that's for my clothing company. And I say, you know what? I want to go buy Chipotle. And I take $10 and I buy a Chipotle burrito bowl. More like $12. I mean, let's be honest here. That is illegal. That is what is called commingling funds, where I take investor money into a company bank account and I put it into my bank account and I say, hey guys, we're going to have some fun here. That's where you go to jail. You go straight to a prison. Now we're going to keep going because this thing doesn't just get better, it gets significantly worse. At other times, investor funds were also transferred directly between portfolio companies to cover shortfalls of other portfolio companies. For example, in November 2020, $1.7 million in investor proceeds was transferred from Radio Shack Bank directly to Steinmart Bank account. Uh-oh. That's not good. In total, the defendants transferred at least $5.9 million in investor proceeds directly between portfolio companies. Obviously, you own all these companies. They all have separate bank accounts. Commingling funds is like taking money from this thing to move over here. And if you move around money, just in general, it's commingling funds. But now you move around money to pay off investors. That's commingling funds in a Ponzi scheme. In order to maintain the appearances of a successful business, defendants started operating a Ponzi scheme by making payments of promised returns to existing investors using either new investors' funds or investors' funds from other Rev retailer brands. And this is how Tai Lopez is more than likely going to go to jail. So, smash that subscribe button. I will see you all in the next one.